Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna have like a little TED talk, like slash testimony slash like girls talk, because I feel like this is like a topic I've been putting off for like a long time, and I kind of just like want to speak on it and talk about it because like this is my life and my experiences and things that I've been through to make me who I am today. And so I kind of just want to like speak on it and like, yeah, so I guess I want to start off with like backstory because like we want to know how I got here, how I ended up here, how I'm sitting here and talking to y'all today. And this is like my safe space. Like me talking to y'all like my friends. Like I still got to figure out what I want to call y'all because it's like my YouTube channel, and I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time. And it's just like it was never like the right time, and like I couldn't really like make my content like the way I wanted to because I was like, what do I want to post? What do I want to do? What do I want to talk about? Like what image do I want to put out there? Like who's watching my channel? And honestly, I just feel like that's a whole lot to think about. Like whoever gravitates toward my channel gravitates toward my channel, and if I'm not your cup of tea, then I'm not your cup of tea. Like there's plenty of other amazing YouTubers out there that you could go watch. But if you with me and you want to hear what I got to say and you rocking with what I got to say, then go ahead and stay. Grab yourself some popcorn, a little drink. Ooh, yeah. Speaking of drink, totally forgot. I got to get my little water because what's a little story time tea talk without a little bit of water? That's one. For sure, get right on. Okay, so y'all, we gonna start off with just saying, y'all, I was a gremlin. Like back in high school. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Let me start from the very beginning. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I guess this is what this is like about me, TED Talk, my growth, my journey, my leveling up, my taking care of myself, all that in the third. So growing up, I was pretty much of like an outdoor child. Like I would climb trees, I would run around barefoot, like not a care in the world. Like it was me against the world. And like my siblings, I have two brothers, two sisters, love them to death. I probably insist of pictures right here. Love them to death. And I just was just enjoying life, just being a happy kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a pretty well upbringing. Like I was taught to love others, have integrity, be there for people who are there for you, and like basically like the basic stuff. And I was heavy like into YouTube. Like I used to watch YouTube. I would do DIYs because I just love creating things. I love to draw. I love to read. I love like entertainment. Like I love to act. I love to sing. Like in my notes right now, I have so many like different poetries and different like raps and like songs that I wrote, but I never like made them into like flourishing. Like, and they never like made something. They're just like sitting in my notes, just waiting for something to happen. Now, I might do something with it later in the future. Like, who knows? I might dabble into that just because it's like it's fun to me. And it was like I had a pretty good childhood growing up. Like I can't really complain much. Like I was taken care of, this, that, and third. And I didn't really start to question anything for real until like high school, I guess, because it was like I said, like I grew up just to like be there for everybody, love everybody. Like I never had no problems with nobody. Like anybody would talk to me, I would talk to them crazy back. Like it was just kind of like that. Like, but I was like always playing. Like I never took anything like seriously or to heart or to nothing like that. But when high school rolled around, I had a lot of friends. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I had like a lot of friends. only because like I was just social. Like I just like to talk. Like that's my thing. Like I just like to yap it up. And sometimes I'm like, damn, I think I'm being a little annoying. Am I doing too much? I'm sorry. Like right now, but I don't care because this is my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna yap and yap and yap. And if you don't want to hear me, like you don't have to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. Like it's all love. So like I would always just like be me and just chop it up and make a lot of friends. And my thing is, like around that time, I was like always active. Like I guess because I was like following the crowd in a sense. Like I felt like I was just doing what other people were doing because it was cool. People didn't like what I wanted to do because I guess it was boring or lame or stuff like that. Because me personally, I would sit in my room, watch cartoons, I'll watch Disney, I'll draw. I like to like act out like different films, like different movies, and like play the parts and just like be in my own world. Like I was super ditzy. Like that was just me, and I just loved it. Let's be more broad. Let's talk about relationships. Yeah. So relationships was very hard back then. Like I've probably been in like serious relationships, like to where I called them like my boyfriend. Literally like one, because I don't really date for real. Because when I date, I love hard. Like I love hard, and whatever you do is gonna like hurt my feelings. But then I realized like just chill, like let it just come to you and like let it happen naturally. But like back then I was not chill. Like I was doing the most, but at the same time, like, could you blame her? Like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely needed help and guidance during that time because I went through like a dark stage in life. Like I kind of was just like doing things just to do it, but I wasn't really thinking about like my actions and how actions have consequences and things of that nature. And so like my life was like kind of like going to a spiral, and I didn't really know what was going on because like I wasn't like being authentic to myself, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't being authentic to myself because like when I would go out, like everybody wanted to like be under the influence and like turn up and party. But see, my thing is I'm not like a party girl, like if that makes sense. And so when I would be, let me rephrase that. Like I definitely would go to like a social gathering with people that I know, but I'm talking about like parties to where it's like big functions and I don't know like anyone there except for the people that I showed up with. Like those type of parties I do not do. In these functions, I feel like I would be out of place because everybody else like throwing that thing, you know what I'm saying? And everybody catching that thing, listening to all that rap music. I didn't grow up on rap music. Like I was the type of person I'd be in the back of the car shazamming these songs so I know them for the next function. Like I didn't grow up on that. Like I grew up on country, gospel, like music with substance, like music that was actually like talking about something. And so I'm in the back shazamming these songs, trying to learn these lyrics, trying to like be that image. But whole time, like that just wasn't my vibe. That wasn't me. I was just doing things other people wanted to do. But then, and then as I was living life, I just noticed that like what I just like had like, I don't know, something just came over me and was like, bro, like what are you doing? Because it was causing me to be in these situations that I didn't want to be in, but I had to see it through because like I felt like that's what I needed to do. And I'm just like, nah, this not right, this not right, this not right. And so I kind of just like fell back and stopped like being around. And but then I would feel bad because everybody's like, what's going on? Like why are you acting different? Why are you moving different? Like why are you being different? I'm like, but it was nothing against nobody. Like all of it was like, it was like an internal battle like I was facing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing against nobody. Like, it's all love. Like, everybody that I have encountered in my life, like, they're amazing people, and I wouldn't mind having a conversation with them to this day. But back then, I wasn't my authentic self, so like I kept attracting people that was like mirroring who I was posing as. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like wearing like a mask to like be appreciated and fit in and accepted, and whole time like I was neglecting myself and not loving myself, not respecting myself. So I had to like back and take time for myself. And everybody just thought like I was switching up, I was moving different, I was acting different. I mean, to an extent, like I could understand that, because I wasn't being part of the mix. I was kind of like ducked off. I was silent. I wasn't really like putting my opinion out there because it never really mattered anyways. And like I just kind of like blocked out the whole world, and I was always asking myself like, why is all this thing happening to me? Why is everybody hating me? Like, what did I do? Like, why don't I have no more friends? Like, why? But at the same time, like everybody that I used to hang out with just like would like be engaged in activities that not necessarily align with me or what I want to do. Because me personally, I don't find fun in parties and stuff like that, because like I would always be called like a wall hugger because I don't want to be out there shaking my butt. But then I'm like, then why am I even here? And I'm like, you're right, why am I here? So I just stopped going. And then it's really unfortunate, because I feel like a lot of it had to do with social media, and like growing up with social media made me feel like I wasn't good enough in a sense, or especially like in relationships wise and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't go for like the good girl, like, you know, like they go for the ones that do the most, the ones that show out, the ones that so I felt like I had to be like that. So I would always try to like change myself, like, oh, maybe I should start wearing wigs, maybe I should start dressing differently. Because me personally, I was like a tomboy. Like half the time people thought I was gay. People thought I was gay because I don't know. I guess I gave off like gay vibes, but no, I'm gonna let y'all know now, I'm 100% straight. I want to be married to a man and have kids one day. Like, but my thing is, I don't date just to date. Like, I date to marry, like for long term. Like, if we're dating, I see a future with you. Like, I don't understand like just like flings and like that. At that point, that's like a waste of time. Like, just let me know right now what's up, so I know like my place. But back then, like I said, like I date like for long term and stuff like that. So like whenever I would like talk to people and like get to know people, me personally, I love hard. So, and my love languages is like mostly is like spending time with you, like being up under you, like just going places with you. Like, it don't even gotta be like big, like you know what I'm saying? Because I'm more sentimental than materialistic. Like, I can have all the things in the world and be like, okay, and like if you treat me like shit, then what's the point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta like love me as much as you love yourself. Like, and like I want to be like catered to as well. Like, I want, like, cause I love to give gifts, like, but sometimes I feel like the energy's not reciprocated, and I just feel like I'm doing the most. So then I like kind of just sit back, because I'm like, okay, I think I'm doing too much, so I'm not gonna like do it because the energy's not reciprocated. So, and that's whenever I realize, like, dang, these people don't mess with me for real, like they say they do, or these people just using me for like my body, or use me for like what I have, and not actually liking me for me. And then so it made me sit back and be like, dang, am I the problem? Like, what do I need to like do in order to like get right and fix what I gotta do? And I just kept asking myself, like, why is this happening to me? Like, why do my relationships never work out? Why did my friendships never work out? Like, and then one time I really thought I had like real friends, like real good friends, and found out whole time they was like talking behind my back. And like, my thing, I'm big on integrity, and I'm big on like keeping it real, like just keep it real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like being blind to situations or people fake smiling in my face and doing all that weird stuff. Like, I like genuine vibes, genuine energy around me. And whenever I feel like it's not genuine, I just sit back. Like, you know what you did. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and smile in your face knowing that you was just talking down behind my back and everybody just acting like everything's a-okay when y'all all know y'all did me dirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it go both ways, because I probably wasn't the best friend to everybody either, because I didn't know myself. But now that I know myself and I'm in tune with myself, like, I can look back and just be like, it is what it is. Like, life happens, like stuff happens, and like, you just gotta keep moving with it, because at the end of the day, you can't be stuck in the past. You gotta live for the future. And that's just like a lesson I had to learn, like, within myself. And then there was a time that my best friend, she lived with me. That was like the best time of my life. Like, yes, we was going through it, and yes, like we had like a little fallout when she left. And then that was the point to where I was like in total that was a point that I was in total concentration, because like, dang, even I lost my best friend, bro. Like, that's the part that messed me up the most. But then after like a few months, I forgot who reached out. I think I reached out to her, and then she texted back, and then we just had like a long talk, like a long talk. And then we just like started chopping it up again. She was telling me about her life, I was telling her about my life, and then we just started chopping it up more and started hanging more and just started having like good discussions, and like we were just like talking about real life stuff and like real life situations and like things that we had to go through in order to grow into like better people and be in better position. Because at the end of the day, like, that's kind of like what life is. Like, learn how to communicate and move past stuff, instead of like sitting in resentment and having all that hatred in your heart and all that guilt, shame, hurt, and just like let it go and just move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of like what I had to do. And then I would always like, whenever I was like in my moment of like complete like solitude, and I was just like by myself trying to figure out what I was doing, I was working like every day, just going to work and then coming home, because I didn't really have nobody to talk to. I just didn't really have nobody to talk to. So it was just really just work, and then back home, work, back home. And I was just like feeling so deflated, and I was like wondering, like, what am I even doing here? Like, what's the point of this? Like, I kept asking myself, why? And then instead of asking why, I learned to just have thanks and like have gratitude, because like, people have it way worse than I did. People have it way worse, like, and so I just have to appreciate what I have, appreciate for the people that's still in my life to this day, appreciate all the love that's around me, and appreciate the life that I get to live, because at the end of the day, it could be gone in an instant, and you just gotta love who love on you. And that's what I do. I just love who love on me, and just take it one day at a time. And then I do want, and another reason why I want to start this YouTube channel is because like, there's young girls out here probably going through the same thing that I did, like had an identity crisis, like didn't know like, cause like another thing, like social media pushes so much, like the image that is portrayed in like Black women and Black culture is not like what it is for real. Like, Black is so beautiful, Black is like everything. And the fact that they have us out here looking like a fool and like in so like in all this degrading content they have out there, especially like in the music industry, the entertainment industry. Like I could go on, but that'll be like a different video. Like I could go on, and so it was like hard to like fit in, like, because I'm like, that's like what they put out there, that's not me. But then I'm like, is that who I'm supposed to be liked? But I'm like, then at the same time I'm like, I don't care who likes me and who doesn't, because at the end of the day, if I'm me, that's all that matters. And then if I'm naturally me, whoever messes with me will gravitate toward me, and I can have genuine conversations with them and build like genuine connections with people. But if I'm not being true to myself, then all these connections that I'm making is untrue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's better, it's just like good. It's just like all about like your character. And back then, like my character was like so bad, like a crazy child. Like I was wild. But back then I was thinking like, oh, I'm having fun, this lit, blah blah blah, this like, you know, gang shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, you look so goofy right now, like that's not you. And so I just came to the realization, like I kept asking myself, why? And then like I started, because I grew up in the church, so like I knew like right from wrong. I know like I knew like moral standards, all that, and treat everybody equally, treat people how you want to be treated, and I did exactly that. That's probably why I had so many people around me. But just because you have so many people around you doesn't mean like they're all like good for you. Like I had to learn, like I could have like three good friends and I'll be straight. Like as long as like I could talk to you about anything and everything, then I'm straight. Like I don't need a whole group of friends, because honestly, I like being by myself. Like I learned to like love enjoying my own company and protecting my own energy, because it's like low-key like peaceful and like better that way. And then you just like have no problems, no conflict. It's just peaceful. And then on top of that, I love like educating myself. I love reading, I love writing. Like sometimes after I'm done with all my work and stuff, I take my shower, wrap my hair up, lay in my bed, and I put on like documentaries or facts you didn't know, and like Bible stories, like fantasies. Like I just love being like learning new things, and I just don't like to be stagnant. Like, and then like going out and stuff, I don't really like to, I don't like to drink. I cut back. Like I used to smoke like very, very heavy. Like if we're being 100% honest, I used to smoke very, very heavy, and it's crazy because I was one of them people like I was like, ew, you smoke, ew, you drink. Like there was one time that I went to a party, I was so excited. Like me and my girl, we were so excited. We dressed up like some M&Ms, like, and we went to this party, and then everybody that I knew was like off they shit. Like everybody was like under the influence, and I was confused. I was like,
what's going on, guys? Like, when we start doing this? Like, what's going on? Like,
and so I immediately called my mom, and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, can you come get me? And it's like nothing against nobody. Like to each his own. Like everybody can do their own thing, but me, that's what I'm saying. Like me personally, that wasn't my cup of tea. So I just had to, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it's like all love. Like I miss these people, and I love them to death. Like if any of them ever hit me up, like I would answer the phone. Like I just won't partake in the activities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just not me, and it never was. But I was just doing it because everybody else was doing it. And then I started losing my mind, because why am I doing things that I knew I shouldn't have been doing? And so once I was like in that spiral of confusion, and I was always asking myself why what's going on, I started getting back into like my word and my Bible, and then going to like Bible studies, doing my own little Bible studies. And I was like working on my character and working on myself. And then like I finally like found my image. Like I was always like a child of God. Like I was never like made to like fit into the world and like do like these like worldly activities and these worldly things, because it never fulfilled me. Like it always made me like feel weird, and it never felt right. And it just felt like I was doing something that wasn't me, or doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. And that was exactly right. So that's probably why everything that happened to me, because at the end of the day, that stuff wasn't for me. And God had to sit me down like, no, you need to sit here and think about what you did. And I sure did. I took a long time like to think about it and like fix my image, clean myself up. And it was a long time. There was a long point of time to where I was like so antisocial. Like I didn't talk to nobody. Like I just wanted to be kept to myself, because like I was scared to like alter like some type of event because I went out and did something I wasn't supposed to do. Because like actions have consequences, so I would always think ahead. Like back then I didn't used to think. I was just like, okay, let's go, let's do it, okay, bet, for sure. Like I was just on go. And don't get me wrong, I'm still like that, but to an extent. I actually use my brain and think before I do something. And yeah, so I just didn't like have my priorities straight. I was kind of just here for a good time, not a long time. And now it's just like I just gotta think for the future, because my future self would thank me. Because back then I'm just like, dang girl, why you do that? Now I gotta deal with your consequences. But now I'm thinking for my future self, because now my future self gonna look back like, you put us in a good position, my friend. You did well. And I'm like, child, stop it. Thank you. And so that's just kind of how I deal with things now. Like I have to think about it, and I don't let like others influence the way I think and the way I act. Because at the end of the day, if you don't like, how can you ask for respect if you don't respect yourself? And that's what I had to learn. Like obviously I was getting dogged. Obviously I kept getting rejected. Obviously like I was getting treated like, because I didn't respect myself. So I can't blame nobody for the way they treated me, because at the end of the day I was letting it happen. And so now it's just like, whatever's for me will come for me, but I'm not gonna actively go out and chase it. Like I'm just gonna let life flow and take its course, and whatever happens. Like I can't control everything. Like everything is within God's will. Like if he's willing to let it happen, then it's gonna happen. But if like I had to let go, like, and stop leaning on my own understanding of things and trusting God, because at the end of the day, he's the one that has my back. He's the one that's always going to be there for me no matter what. Like I will lead myself down a path of destruction, but with God, he gonna lead me down the path of righteousness. So that's, got that gospel music back. What he said, I won't go back, can't go back to the way it used to be. Sorry y'all, I ain't get my pitch, so don't do my singing. But yeah, but I'm kind of grateful for like where life is now. Like I love everybody that's in my life right now. And yeah, stuff happens. I took accountability for everything that I've done, anybody that I've wronged in my life. But at the end of the day, these were all learning experiences in order to grow. Like I may be a bad guy in someone else's story. Nobody's a bad guy in my story. I don't have no problem with nobody. Like at the end of the day, like I let go of all of like the negative feelings that I used to have, because like we're the new adults. Like we got to grow up. And that's what I learned. We have to grow up and just be smarter, because now we're the role models for the next generation. And if we are out here continuing to be foolish and act crazy, act goofy, act childish, like, yeah, obviously there's a time and place. Like the little kid in me is never gonna die. Like when I'm around my friends, yeah, we're gonna be goofy, crazy, and we gonna act funny, and it's all love. But at the end of the day, you know how to snap back into it and get serious and actually like work and be a good role model to the kids. Because at the end of the day, I don't want, I mean, I know it's gonna happen, but I don't want like, because I know that feeling, like being lost and feeling alone and like unheard and like being by yourself and like having nowhere to turn to. I don't want that for like the younger generation. And like that's another reason why I felt like this is finally the time for my channel, because the content that I want to put out, I would be okay with kids watching me or young girls watching me going through the same thing. Like, and also nothing with my hair. Like y'all see, I finally locked up. Like I wanted to lock up for the longest time, but like I would always like worry about what other people thought. Like I used to be such a people pleaser, and like that bothers me. Like that used to bother me. Like looking back, like girl, like why did you care so much about what other people think? Like come on, like look how beautiful these are. And imagine if I did it like when I wanted to, they would probably be so long by now. But it's okay, like things happen. Like just trust the process. They're gonna get so much cuter. I'm so excited. Like, and also I feel like in a sense, like social media also made everybody like in competition with one another. So like I always felt like I was behind or not doing enough. But God's timing is always right. Like I was not behind. I wasn't doing too much. I wasn't doing too little. I was doing me, doing just fine. So comparing myself to other people, like maybe I should act like her because people think I'm gay. Like why do people think I'm gay? It's like, because I always hang with my brothers. Like my brothers like are like my best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like they would always keep it real with me. And like if they ever found out I was out shaking my butt, or I'm trying to leave the house in some booty shorts and like a bra, they would be on my ass. Like I would never even like think to do that. But the fact that I used to think to do that just to fit in, knowing dang well like I shouldn't be doing that, is like beyond me. Like basically I had sense. I just chose to ignore it. But then it just got to the point to where I couldn't ignore it anymore. Like I was digging myself in a hole. And so now that like I climbed out of the hole and now I'm sitting like on top of the hill just like watching everything, I just like want people to see the light and see like the beauty within them. Like I was always constantly trying to find out answers outside of myself. But I had to learn to like stop and look within myself to find out who I really am and what I need to do within my life. And the first thing was to fix my mindset. Like I had to understand, I had to love me for me, not feel like I'm less than because other people are telling me about myself. Like first of all, why am I listening to people telling me about me? The only person that know me is me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you think I'm gay? Okay. You think I'm not girly enough? Okay. You think I'm doing too much? Okay. Like move from around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's like forcing you to be in my face. Like and then it's just like at the end of the day, like I just want to give love. Like I don't have no ounce of hate in my body, no ounce. Like I was just tired. I was just like so tired of all the extraness. I just like wanted to be left alone. And my thing is, I feel like what it is, like, because I was so like in tune with my masculine energy and my feminine energy, to where I was just be. I was just be. But me being would bother people so much. And I was confused, because I'm like, what? Like I was genuinely confused. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, or some people would be more attracted to my masculine energy and some people would be attracted to my feminine energy. So it felt like I had like two different personalities, but really they were just one. But like I wasn't like But as I was questioning myself, I started losing like my feminine energy, and I would just like have my guard up and like always be in my masculine energy, and I would just always like just be like just kept to myself, and I didn't want to be bothered, like every like, and then like that, and that wasn't like me, because I'm a social butterfly, like I said from the very beginning. Like I love to talk, I love to just show love, I love to be there for people, like I love to just like be that positive energy, like that big ball of light. Like I just love, like when I walk in a room, like it radiates. Like that's just like who I am, and that's who I always will be. And I just have to learn to like not let the negativity get to me, and not let all the just like not let the negativity get to me. I can wear my hair like this without it being ugly, because that's what society deems, because everybody's worrying about like the white beauty standards, so they're not loving their own natural hair and all that stuff. Like being a black woman in America is very hard, especially when you have social media on top of that. So all the insecurities, all the negativity, all the things that we have to deal with, I understand that 100%. I had to go through it at such a young age. And because I'm only 20 years old, and I already felt like I lived like a whole lifetime. But my life just got started, and I'm so excited and grateful for the opportunities and doors that are going to be opening for me now that I'm more self-aware of what I'm doing, and I can control my life and control the way I think, and not worry about all the outside and negativity that's pushed upon me, because I just like rebuke it like that. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna let nobody project onto me, because I've worked so hard to get to where I am today, and I really can't thank nobody but God, because at the end of the day, I mean, I do thank one person. I'm not gonna name drop. He was the one that always reminded me of like my worth, and like he would always tell me like who I am, but I never saw it. Like I couldn't see what he sees until now. I'm like, dang, like you're right. Like you're right. You're 100% right. And you were right this whole entire time. I just couldn't, I was just blind to it, because I was so like engulfed in all that negativity and all, and I was believing all the negative instead of pushing it out and affirming myself with positive things. And now like having all those like negative influences and all that negativity out, like my mind was getting so much more clear, and I could actually hear and think and better myself, so that whenever I go out into the world, I can be my authentic self and be who I truly am and who I'm meant to be. And I just want to be there for like the young kids and the young children and the girls and all the people who are going through tough times. Like if you ever need anybody to talk to, like I would always like be there, and I would want to talk, because I like I said, like that mindset is scary, and it's not a place. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I mean, I don't have a worst enemy, but if I did, I wouldn't even wish that on them. Like it's just, it's like at the end of the day, the only one that's like it's like an internal battle. Like you have to change your mindset in order to grow. And if you just stay in that constant state of negativity, you won't be able to grow. And I don't wish that on nobody. Like at the end of the day, you just gotta love yourself, and because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna love you for you except for you. Like you have to love yourself in order to be, when you go into the world, you'll be able to feel comfortable, create connections, and then people would come to you and gravitate towards your energy. But if you're like negative and you're always like, and then you go out into the world, obviously that's going to be a reality. But if you want the world to embrace you with open arms, you got to embrace the world with open arms and with love and positivity and light and all that good stuff. So that's really like my testimony, and I'm gonna be making more content like this. I kind of like talking to y'all. Like I said in my last video, like I love talking to y'all. Like I don't know, like I gotta figure out what I want to call y'all, because it's like, because like I'm like my alter ego's named Reef, like, you know, because my name's Coral, so I got Coral Reef. So I want to figure out something that's like along with the elements of like water and like nature and like stuff like that. But once I figure it out, I'm gonna let y'all know. But I want to make sure everybody's comfortable with it and cool with it before I just start calling y'all that. So if you have any ideas, make sure to leave them in the comments. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and make sure you share. And if you have any like if you have any video suggestions, be sure to leave them in the comments below, because I'm definitely gonna like start doing TED Talks, like fashion, get ready with me, reaction videos, opening boxes. I'm gonna start streaming because I got my PlayStation, so I'm definitely gonna have like lots of content up. And I'm just really excited to start this journey, because now that like I'm back to where I want to be and I'm back in like a right headspace and I'm moving forward with life, I finally like decided, because I've always wanted to do YouTube. I always wanted to like start YouTube, but I just didn't know where to start or when the right timing is. But I think it's like it's about that time that it's like, yeah, let's get into this. So thank y'all so much if you stayed to the end. I was yapping so much I didn't even get to drink my water. So yes, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in my next one.